Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Ellen coming to you from Shakti Synthesis, Integrative Health and Wellness. And today I wanted to make a statement that's pretty bold and pretty direct about dieting, which is dieting makes you fatter. Wait, what? Dieting makes you fatter. Now, don't worry, I'm going to back it up with science. So there are tons of studies that show us actually that dieting doesn't work. In fact, I think everybody knows that, but I think what we don't know is that there are lots of things masquerading as healthy eating that are actually still diets. And anything that puts the control of your food intake, the amount, the quantity, the type, is a diet. It is a diet in sheep's clothing, and you will most likely fail. So the rate of failure is about 87 to 95% depending on which study you look at. And I want to break that down a little bit. So let's say you have a serious disease. Like let's say you have diabetes. And your doctor says, I'm going to give you this pill, but it only works 80 in 13 to 5% of people. So 5 to 13% of people can take this pill and it will help mitigate the symptoms and the problems associated with diabetes. But the other 87 to 95% of people not only are going to fail, but they're going to make their diabetes worse. So would you take that pill? You would not take that pill. Nobody would take that pill. And yet the nutrition and diet industry is hell-bent on giving you something that is going to ultimately fail. So I want you to think about that a little bit. I'm going to switch over to Ayurveda for a minute and say that we know why this happens in Ayurveda. Like Ayurveda has always said to us, you need to pay attention to your signals for hunger and for satisfaction, and you need to pay attention to what foods work for your body. And you can get help from Ayurvedic practitioners to say, okay, so your constitution is mostly like this, so this general set of foods are going to make your body feel really well. But you're never going to hear from a qualified Ayurvedic practitioner that you need to eat X amount of anything every day. Otherwise, you're going to derail your health. That's just not how Ayurveda rolls. Ayurveda always says you need to be the captain of your own ship. And this is where Ayurveda and nutrition totally separate from one another. And I will say that the nutrition science is evolving and they are understanding this so much better. But because our culture puts such a high prize on having a small body, we have become indoctrinated into believing that we don't know how to take care of our own health. We don't know how to feed ourselves anymore. But if you look at a little toddler, you know that little toddler makes all kinds of food choices. Sometimes they want apples, sometimes they want peanut butter and jelly, sometimes they want cookies, and sometimes they'll have a bite of a cookie and leave it on the plate. I know, as an adult, that's like, what? No, even if that cookie doesn't taste good, I'm gonna finish that cookie because somebody gave me that cookie, right? So that's when we start to look at all of the things that we built up around food that then need to be dismantled. So intuitive eating is the thing that bridges the gap between what ancient wisdom tells us and what we need to do in order to get to that place where we can actually listen to our bodies. It gives us all kinds of tools and techniques to be able to listen to the signals of our bodies and to respond appropriately, to start dismantling some of that societal crap that has been built up by the diet industry, which wants to keep itself going. So what a fantastic business model, right? Like, pick something that fails and then tell everybody that they can do it. Anyway, so intuitive eating is that bridge between the two, where you get to dismantle everything that you have learned that is outside of you and then you come into a place that is truly more holistic, where all of the power to nourish and nurture your body is within you, and it gives you specific tools and techniques to be able to get there. So this is why I'm offering this next group series, and I really hope you'll join me. If you have questions, or if you want to send me a little note like, hey, I'm doing keto, what do you think? My answer actually is going to be get off keto and start listening to yourself. But if you want to send me a little bit of feedback about this, I'd be totally happy to engage. So look in the notes below for links to the studies that show that dieting makes you fatter and has negative health outcomes more than positive health outcomes. And questions, I'm always happy to answer. Have a great day. Bye.